everyone, you join me today in the village of Hindon in southwest Wiltshire. Very quaint, pretty little village. I'm going to be walking from here up into Great Ridge Woods, along to, I think it's Crat Hill, and then back down into Hindon. Not a particularly long walk, just over 8 miles I think. It's not as nice a day as I was hoping. It's a bit hazy, but at least it's not raining. Yeah, so hopefully we'll have a nice walk. This is the, well, it's not actually the first walk for a while. I've done a couple of shorter walks. I've also done a couple of walks where I filmed myself and then lost all the footage. So it's the first walk I've done where hopefully I'll be able to put a video onto YouTube to prove that I've done it for a while anyway. I think it's just over 6 weeks to go till I start my southwest coast path walk, so I'm gonna have to start upping the training. I've only got a day pack on today, but I've shoved an extra 5 kilo dumbbell weight into the bottom of the pack just to add a bit more weight. So this pack today now weighs around about 10 kilos. Didn't have time to get out the big pack and load that up properly, but I'm going to have to start doing that in the next couple of weeks. Get used to carrying probably around about 15 kilos, but yeah, I need to get into training, get used to carrying some weight. I still like to lose a bit of weight off my body, never mind off the pack. Excuse me while I stop a second, I just need to work out which way I'm going. Which I'm assuming is this way. Sorry, yeah. Where are we? The path across the cultivated field wasn't desperately clear, but anyway, up ahead you can see where we're heading. I think it's going to be pretty much up along those tracks there, up into the woods, and then we'll walk along the woods and back out again, I think, but without double checking my map I'm not 100% certain, so if I'm talking out my arse then you know why. Anyway, obviously quite popular around here for horse walkers. Lots of horses' hoof marks in the ground, and then they've left a bit of stuff for the roses as well. We'll try and cross the busy 303 now. It's looking quite busy today. We're just coming up towards Great Ridge Woods. This particular path I'm on is part of the Wessex Ridgeway, which I believe runs from Lyme Regis all the way up to Marlborough, about 130 odd miles. It's a path maybe one day I'll get around to doing. I know I've walked bits of it, but yeah, it seems a reasonable length, a sort of a week's walk, that, or just over 10 days walk, something like that you could do. So maybe in the future I'll try and do that one. Some more evidence of the storms we had about 3 weeks ago. Quite a number of trees came down in that, including my own apple tree. But we've certainly, in the last couple of days, and the sun's finally coming out now, had some very spring-like weather. I think temperatures for the next 3 or 4 days are forecast to be up to about 17, 18, maybe 20 degrees centigrade. So that's sort of mid to high 60s Fahrenheit, which for mid-March is, or mid to late March, is not bad going. So yeah, it's nice to come out the other side of winter. And yeah, I think next week the clocks go forward as well, so we'll have much lighter evenings, and that always helps lift the mood as well. This is the point where we leave the Wessex Ridgeway and join the main drag through the top of Great Ridge. Nice to see the sun now. One or two buds coming out on the trees, I suspect. I know I've walked through patches of wood over there, where in, I don't know, month, 6 weeks time, there's going to be an awful lot of bluebells. But as it is at the moment, it's still very much winter colours. Well, apart from a little bit of gorse, yellow gorse. Still very pleasant. The power of nature, pretty spectacular really. Must have been a small weakness in the tree or something, because it's not the most exposed tree, although there was a gap there I suppose, but yeah. Pretty impressive how that's gone over. Now we're just coming out of the end of Great Ridge Woods, and there's a memorial stone here. What does it say? 22nd of October 1963, 17,000 feet above this stone, British Aircraft Corporation 111 prototype airliner was on its 5th stalling test of the day. The aircraft entered a deep stall but never recovered sufficient flying speed. It crashed here 23 minutes after takeoff from Wiltshire airfield. All on board were killed. Sad. Never knew that. Yeah, we're heading off just down there, and then I think we're walking along that tree line over to sort of the trees in the distance over there, and then sort of doubling back towards Hindon. There's no criticism because everybody's different and everyone likes their own things, but it often surprises me when I see people coming out for a run or walk or even a ride sometimes out in the countryside, and they've got headphones on and listening to sort of loud music, which I appreciate, you know, might help keep them a momentum up or something, but sometimes you just got to listen to nature. Bird song. Hopefully this microphone will pick it up, but it's just so peaceful. Much nicer to listen to, if you ask me. Maybe you disagree, I don't know. But anyway, that's my little moan. Going through a fairly flat bit at the moment. Before I think we'll take a left turn and head back in the general direction of Hindon. Now turning left here. Now back in the general direction of Hindon, but just up there, in fact I think it's that gateway there is where we came out a few weeks ago when I went for the walk, and I came across that strange stone circle which was sort of over there in the distance. You can't see it from here, but in that general direction. And I walked up through that field that, well, it's now, the crops have grown a bit more, but yeah, came out at that gate and then I headed off up there. But we're going this way now, back south. Coming back towards the busy 303, got to cross it. Behind me. Straight across. Just come up a hill behind me, as you can hear. Out of breath and a right sweaty mess. And now I've got to do a bit of limbo dancing to get under this tree. So here we are back now onto the Wessex Ridgeway. We have walked previously up that way into those woods, but we're now heading back along here back into Hindon. we sort of circumvented Hindon. We could have, you know, dropped down quite easily, but just to add another couple, well, mile and a half onto the walk and a few more hills, we've come the way we've come. But just got to go along this bit now and then drop down through Hindon High Street. I've just come back into Hindon. So I'm back at the car now. It worked out that it was actually just over 9 miles the walk. Been a lovely day. Not many views and vistas, but a very pleasant walk. A few challenging semi-hills and quite a lot of flat walking. Hopefully I've got some half decent footage and you've enjoyed this film. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks now.